What would you do if your spouse's work wife started acting like the real one? I never thought that would be my life, but here I am. I'm 31, my husband Mark is 32, and for the past 3 years, his coworker Sarah has been trying to insert herself into every corner of our relationship. The worst part? Mark doesn't even see it. When he first met her, I tried to be nice. I invited her to BBQs, group outings, even tried to make her feel welcome. Big mistake. She spent the whole time throwing little digs at me. My job as a yoga instructor was peaceful. My cooking lacked seasoning. I laughed it off, but it stung. Mark told me I was being too sensitive. To him, Sarah was just funny. Then came the mug. For our anniversary, I gave Mark a coffee mug with our wedding photo on it. A few weeks later, I noticed it was missing. When I asked, he said Sarah had accidentally broken it, then joked about how it didn't match the office aesthetic. I wanted to scream. It wasn't just a mug. It was our memory. And Sarah wasn't even subtle. She threw a mandatory work dinner on our wedding anniversary. She convinced Mark not to take a promotion so they could stay on the same team. She flooded social media with selfies of the two of them, hashtags like work spouse and power couple. She told their coworkers she took better care of him than I did. She even changed his coffee order and bragged about training him right. Meanwhile, Mark laughed along. He thought it was harmless. The breaking point came on his birthday. I decided to surprise him with lunch at the office. Sarah had supposedly called in sick that day, but when I arrived, there she was, standing over a cake that read, "To my work hubby," with a photo of the two of them from the office holiday party. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Oh, Amy, you came too. How nice. Mark, you didn't tell me your real wife was coming." I felt like the air was sucked out of the room. I confronted Mark later. He brushed it off, said I was overreacting, so I told him straight, if he didn't take this seriously, I would file for divorce. That finally got his attention. I went through his messages. Painful, but I needed to know. He wasn't physically cheating. No secret phones, no late-night rendezvous. But the emotional affair was obvious. Daily lunches, endless texts. He praised her constantly. He let her insult me without defending me. And the worst, he admitted she broke the mug on purpose and he just went along with her joke. When I called him out, he admitted it. He liked the attention. He never wanted her romantically, but he enjoyed having someone fawn over him. He liked being envied by other men in the office. He said he got addicted to it. He called it harmless, but I told him it was betrayal. I asked him to cut off contact, stop texting her, stop the lunches, maybe even transfer to a new team. That's when he exploded. He called me controlling, a narcissist, said Sarah was his support system at work and cutting her off would ruin his mental health. I couldn't listen anymore. I packed a bag and went to stay with my mother-in-law, and that's when something shifted. After I left, he finally talked to his mom. She asked him if he was happy with me. He said yes. She asked if he loved me. He said absolutely. And it finally hit him what he'd been doing. He called Sarah, told her their outside communication had to stop, told her no more texts, no more calls, no more personal gifts. He was going to replace the mug, and she wasn't to touch it. He told her outright. If she had feelings for him, she needed to back off. And that's when Sarah's mask slipped. She snapped, saying I was forcing him, that I was insecure, that she'd only been trying to open his eyes to how wrong we were for each other. My husband finally saw what I'd seen all along. He ended the friendship right there. Then he came to me. He apologized. He admitted it was an emotional affair. He promised to go to counseling. He said he wanted to earn back my trust. Right now, we're separated. I'm not just jumping back into our marriage like nothing happened. He has to prove with actions, not just words, that he's putting me first. We're starting therapy. We're working on it. I know some people would say to divorce him, and maybe I should have, but I still love him. I want to try. He made a terrible mistake, but he's finally owning it. I don't know how this will end, but for the first time in a long time, I feel like he finally sees the truth. I am his wife, and no work wife will ever change that.